Hey guys, hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today in this video I'm going to discuss about some major highlights about your GATE 2022 exam. Now I've already informed you that GATE 2022 exam is going to be conducted in the month of Feb 2022 and the application process is going to start from your August, right? From your 30th of August. Now all the other informations like major highlights, what are the basic things which you should know, some major changes have been made, so you should know about all of them. So this video is about that, all right? So the video will be perspective of chemistry students because the channel is dedicated to you all. So yeah, I'll be discussing more from the chemistry point of view, although other details also you can check it out. Major highlights I'll go through, right? So this is the information brochure of your GATE 2022. Now if you go a little down over here, in the first page you have different abbreviations which are going to be used throughout your brochure. Then you have to come over here, highlights of GATE 2022. The first point which says that the date of examination is going to be on 5th, 6th, 12th and 13th of February. This is the tentative date and the exam is going to be done in two sessions, like forenoon session and the afternoon session. So this is pretty sure. We have already discussed this in the previous video as well. Now the thing is that exam is fully computer based test. So exam used to be CBT and this time also this is CBT, that means computer based test. Two new subjects have been added. Two new subjects are like your geomatics engineering, that is GE, and naval architecture and marine engineering, that is NM. That these are two new subjects which have been added in the examination. Total subjects are going to be 29. That means total 29 different subjects are going to be conducted under this GATE 2022. All the test paper of GATE examination will be entirely objective type. Okay, so there will be objective type paper and there will be three types of questions. Those will be like MCQ questions. Those are called as your multiple choice questions, where you will be having one choice among four which is going to be correct. Then you have MSQ type of question where more than one option can be correct for a given question, and then comes your NAT types, that is your numerical answer type questions, where you have to fill the answer in the numerical values, right? So you have to solve numerical and you have to give the answer in the digit form, so you have to enter the answer over there. Now one or two subjects are allowed per paper, so you can fill up till two papers, like you can fill up to two papers for the GATE exam. So you can select, let's say if you are selecting chemistry, so you can select one more exam which is allowed as per there, right? So I'll show you a list or I'll show you a table which shows that along with a subject which other subjects are allowed which you can give as exam. Although I'll tell you that with chemistry life science exam is allowed, so you can give both the exams all together. So one will be your primary subject and the other will be your secondary subject. That is a different thing. If you want to appear for more than one GATE exam, that is what it is. Although you have to pay for both of them separately. Okay, you have to pay for both of these exams separately. Eligibility criteria is what we should be very careful with and you should know it. Okay, because in the previous video a lot of you were confused about it. So see, it's clearly written that a candidate who is currently studying in the third or the higher year of any undergraduate program. Okay, so if you are in any undergraduate program and if you are in your third year or any higher year of that, then you are eligible, or has already completed any government approved degree program in engineering / technology / architecture, science, commerce, arts, all of these are eligible for GATE 2022. Now this has been made more clear later on, like in a table wise, where it is mentioned that with for what topic or with what degree, what is your eligibility for what subject. Okay, so I'll discuss about that. Remember, there is no age limit to appear in GATE exam. So whatsoever is your age limit, whatsoever is your age, you can apply for the GATE exam. Okay, so there is no age limit in there in this exam. Application will be totally online, so you have to apply online and all the things are going to be done online through here, right? Now GATE 2022 scorecard will remain valid for 3 years. So GATE scorecard usually remain valid for 3 years, and so goes for this also. So if you qualify GATE 2022, you can use the scorecard further to take admission or to take job, whatever is going to be useful. So up till the 3 years, right? Next point is, depending upon COVID-19 situation, the schedule of GATE 2022 exam may change. So this is something which is tentative. It may change, it may not. So it is just a tentative thing and just a thing which is written over there, that depending upon what happens for the COVID-19, things are going to be decided later on based upon that. Okay, details are available on the official website here, and the organizing institute is IIT Kharagpur. I'll give you the link of the official website in the description. You can directly go over there. All right. Now here comes your paper pattern. Okay, so what's the pattern of your examination? Now the types of questions, see, examination mode is computer based test, 3 hours exam, and there are total 29 exams, like total 29 different exams like chemistry, physics, biology, life science, and all those. Like it goes like 29 different exams. Sections, there will be two sections in an exam. There will be a general aptitude section and a candidate selected subject. For example, if you are giving for chemistry, so general aptitude plus chemistry. Type of question, as I told you, there are three types of questions: MCQs and MSQ or NATs. So MSQs and NATs are not going to have any negative marking, whereas MCQs will have a negative marking of 1/3. Okay. Question testing and ability. So what they are going to actually like, what is their intention to ask a question? These are the things given. Number of questions, total 10 questions from general aptitude and 55 questions based upon your subject. Total 65 questions will be there. Distribution of marks in all the papers except this chemistry. Okay, so chemistry is not included here, so don't worry about this line. You have to go for this distribution of marks in paper with chemistry as well. So general aptitude is of 15 marks and subject question, that is chemistry questions, will be of 85 marks. So total 100 marks paper it is going to be. Marking scheme, as I told you, questions will be 1 mark or 2 marks each. Negative marking, as it says, that for a wrong answer chosen in MCQ, okay, that is multiple choice question, there will be a negative marking. For 1 mark question, 1/3 will be deducted for a wrong answer. Likewise, 2 mark question, 2/3 will be deducted for the wrong answer. So this is the negative marking, but this is only applicable in MCQ. In MSQ and in NAT, there is no negative marking. All right. Coming next, you have paper code, you have general aptitude, how much marks it is going to be asked, subject, how much marks it is going to be asked, total time, everything is summarized over here, right? Now, let's go to the next thing, which is basically, right, there are certain more important thing. Yeah, so these are important dates. So closing date of regular online registration, that is going to be on 24th of September. Online application is going to start from 30th of August. And end of extended period. Now extended period is a extension which they give, in which you have to like, you have to pay a little bit more. Okay, so don't go for extension period, pay it before the extension period, okay, in the regular online registration. So that extension period will end on the 1st of October. Last date for change of category, paper, examination city, that will be till 12th of November. Then admit card will be provided on 3rd of January, and these are the tentative dates of exam, okay, as I already discussed. And result is tentatively to be announced on 17th of March. All right. Okay, the next important thing is regarding your eligibility. Once again, it is given. I have already like told you this. So again, it is written over here, and in a detailed way it is written. See over here. So this column, first column, is your degree or program. So what degree you are doing right now, qualifying degree for the exam, right? And then description of the eligible candidate and expected year of completion. So if you fall under this category, you have to just check that whether you are doing this degree and whether you are going to complete that degree in this particular year or before that, then you are eligible with it. So for example, for MSc students, a master's in any branch of arts, science, mathematics, statistics, computer application or equivalent. Okay, so if you have masters in any of the branch of these subjects, and currently you are in first year or higher of, or already completed your masters, then you are eligible, and you should be able to complete your MSc till 2023 or before that. If you are able to complete your masters till 2023 or before that, then you are eligible to apply for GATE exam. Same if you go for BSc, BA and BCom, that means for graduate students. So bachelor degree in any branch of science, arts or commerce, and that should be a 3-year program, and currently you should be in the 3rd year or you have already completed. So if you have already completed BSc, you have not taken admission in MSc, or if you are in the 3rd year of BSc, then also you are eligible, right? And you should be able to, if you are in the 3rd year, you should be able to complete your BSc in 2022. So this is the eligibility criteria. You should be very clear about it, because a lot of BSc students or a lot of students who are in bachelors, they are confused about it. So you should be clear about this thing very clearly, right? Integrated MSc is something which generally people don't talk about, but see, for integrated MSc or any 5-year integrated BSMS program, if you are under that, and you should be currently in the 3rd year or higher of that. Okay, so you should be currently, right now when you are filling the form, you should be in the 3rd year of that integrated MSc program, or higher than that, 3rd, 4th or 5th year. You should be able to complete your integrated MSc till 2023. Then you are eligible for this particular exam. Okay, then you are eligible to apply for this particular exam. So this thing I just wanted to make very clear. Now different codes are given, the paper and the code, I guess you already know. For chemistry it is CY, and then these are the different things, that what are going to be the topics, or these are not for us. These are for your XC paper section and Excel paper section. Let's leave that. Okay, I just want to tell you that what actually is your yeah. So if you are a chemistry student, here is the combination of two paper which is given over here, right? So if you belong to chemistry, that is for CY, you have you are allowed to go for a second paper as well, that is Excel. Excel is your life sciences. Okay, so if you are a chemistry student, if you are applying for chemistry, then a second exam you can also apply for, that is life sciences. It's not mandatory, but if you want to appear for both the exams, for chemistry also and for life sciences also, then you are eligible and you can use this thing, right? But if you are doing MSc chemistry, I am pretty sure that you will not be going for your life sciences, right? So you will be applying for only one exam. So this is just an option which if you want you can use, right? So that's what it is. And that's all are the major highlights of this. So these are just the things on this slide or on this page. You will be able to see that what are going to be the different examination centers. Okay, so you can see that whether your city lies in that or not. So that's all. Okay, so these are the things, although the brochure consists of 178 pages, but you don't have to read everything. Okay, I've just given you a summary of that. This is the fee which is going to be collected based upon which category you belong to. So if you are female candidate, so you have to pay per paper, you have to pay 750 rupees during the regular period. And during the extended period, as I told you, the extension of 6 days which they are giving, or 1 week which they are giving, in that you have to pay a little bit more. So for that 1250 rupees it will be fine. For SC, ST and PWD candidates, you have to pay again 750 rupees per subject. And for all the other candidates, means all the students who belong to general category, boys, and those boys who belong to OBC category, they have to pay 1500 as the fee of the exam. Okay, so this is what you have to pay. So that's all for this video. This is all the information, all the basic information which actually you should know before you are going to apply for your GATE exam. So I hope the things are much clear to you. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask anything related to the GATE exam or anything related to how to apply and other things, you can just comment down in the video. Like you can just write down in the comment section of this video. I'll be able to answer you over there. From where to download this brochure, I'll give you the link of that in the description, so you can do that as well, right? That's it from my side, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.